Hi everybody, it's Alex Fournier for AlexFournierArt.com and Artistic Purposes. Let's jump right in and do some figure drawing practice. All right, let's get started. Today I'm using General's compressed charcoal. This is a 4B compressed charcoal stick. I will be using a kneaded eraser as well. And we'll be working today from some references that I've purchased. If you'd like to check these out, I'll leave a link in the description and you can purchase these on your own. All right, let's get started. Let's just break down this pose into some of the cylinders and shapes that are here. Okay, for starters, we can see this. I'm going to just make this small, but we can see this as kind of a little bit of a triangle, right? Let's say the head is somewhere up here. Okay. I'll show you here in a minute. I'm just mapping it out. Okay. All right, so I'm just kind of putting a little map together real quick. All right, so we've got some elements here just as a map. Okay, now I'm going to start to kind of put this together. All right, so up here we've got kind of the rib cage. Okay. Okay, leading to shoulders. Okay. And we can actually look at the bra here to show you what angle this is going at. Okay, and then bottom of the rib cage here, as you can see. Okay. And we can look at the pants to kind of tell us a little bit of where that cylinder is going. Okay, but the actual base here, if you could map it out, is actually coming in like this. Okay. All right, let's work on this a little bit. Okay, so you look at this arm. This cylinder is going this direction, right? This were a pipe, okay? And this leg, the top part of the cylinder, is going that way. And the cylinder is going this way. So as we map this out, you can start to see which direction things are pointing and aiming. This helps with foreshortening. It helps with getting the shapes right. And it makes it look three-dimensional when you're done, if we do it right. And as I'm trying to figure out where things line up, I'm thinking of how they relate as well as the plumb line. So if I look at this rib cage, kind of where the shoulders are, they're going at an angle. But if I did a plumb line straight down, this hip actually comes out further than this, okay? So I'm trying to kind of figure out where that is, okay? And it goes down, okay? But the actual bottom of the hip is gonna come down a little further out here. And we'll figure out in a minute where that is, okay? So that's important to look at vertical plumb lines, how things relate, right? So same with this arm and this leg. I'm trying to connect those together and think about their angles. Okay, all right, so now let's draw some shapes here. Okay, and now granted there's going to be a lot of hair here, so it's really hard to see where where the actual skull is. I'm going to leave that for now. Okay. Got some wrinkles here. Okay, you'll notice on some of these wrinkles, this compressed charcoal is a great tool for drawing wrinkles. And okay, and let's see if I can get this spine going here. Okay, so in this case, if you look at the spine intersecting with the sports bra here, we can think of this shadow here and try to imply what would like the contour that's under the shadow that's being cast by the sports bra. Okay, and that's going to help us throw in a little kind of drag type of shadow. Okay, and I'm leaving, you know, room for the spine here. All right, so this is leading down to the pants. And a lot of times what I'm trying to draw is the shadows of things, not the actual things. So let's say we're trying to do a little bit of a shadow of the waistband. Okay, so I'm drawing the shadow of it, not the actual thing. And I'm going to try to kind of lead this spine into where it intersects with the buttocks and the, you know, the wrinkles on these sweatpants, right? And so kind of have to figure out where does that go. Okay, and some of that is going to be done with like negative space. So we're gonna try to draw like this is, I'm drawing the ground right now. Okay, and what I want to do is leave this little bounce right there. And let's see if I can do it on the other side. Okay. And okay, so now I'm kind of trying to figure out where the sweatpants gonna come up here. Most of the time, I don't have to commit to every part of the line. I'm kind of trying to, I'm working my way from what I can understand and see. Once I get a few more lines, I can actually map out kind of the next parts, right? So I've got this line and I'm going to try to draw the turning edge of this, leaving kind of this bounce shadow right there for bounce highlight. Okay. Okay, I'm doing these a little light because I don't quite know where it's going to be yet. Okay, and on a foot, what you find here is that, you know, there's kind of a middle section where the ankle is. Now this is bent, but you're going to find that this is like one part here, two parts here, and then the toes, right? And so the actual kind of spacing here okay, it's kind of like that. We'll see if I've mapped it out better. Okay, and then we're going to try to make sure that this appears that underneath the pants, this goes the right direction. Well, I'll try to fix this. This has got to go, you know, a little more straight if we're saying that this leg is coming through here. Okay. All right, let's jump back to the arm here. And like I said, you'll notice I work my way around based on what I feel confident about in terms of placement and committing to the actual details, right? So we've got this shoulder blade here, but then we've got kind of the top of the shoulder connected to the arm here, right? And okay, this actually goes further out than you think at first. Okay, just drawing a center line here, and once again, this is a cylinder. Okay. Okay. And you'll notice kind of as I put a line down, I actually like examine it with my eyes and determine, you know, was I right? Okay. Or am I right enough? It's rarely that you get it perfect, but it's more like, is it believable, right? Does it seem like it's right? Okay. All right, so then above this sports bra, we're going to just jump ahead as if we were following the spine. And I'm drawing the kind of the muscle of the shoulder blade, kind of near the shoulder blade. Right, so the spine is actually under here, but this muscle is what's coming up, right? And over here, we have kind of the other shoulder blade muscle. Okay, so now it's actually, I'm going to just imply these straps by kind of sliding in and dragging. So I'm making the strap actually like the negative space, okay, like that. Okay, and this other one. Okay, does that make sense? So the strap is just being implied in the negative space because it is white. Okay. Pretending there's a heavier shadow there. And okay. All right, so now what I'm looking at is how to get the neck in the right spot here. Okay, so I'm just going to try to do a little bit of an outline of where this hair is, a little bit hard. Okay. All right. Okay, and so we don't have to do this other foot, but let's just throw it in there. Okay. Mostly doing the shape of it, right? And I'm just going to really simplify the hand here, just showing there's kind of the shape here. Okay. All right, and then we're going to draw the ground here, right? And then what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of a turning edge shadow so we have a little bounce under here, just to give it some three-dimensionality. Okay. Same thing here, so I'm just going to imply where the ground kind of cast shadow is. Okay, and then I'll leave a little gap, right? A little bounce shadow, and then put a little tone in there. Okay. Okay, and so now I'm going to just add a few of these wrinkles where I want to. And it's not important that you get all the wrinkles. It's more, can you just communicate that it's a fabric, or that it has wrinkles, right? Okay, and over here. Okay, I'm going to try to erase out a little bit of my lines near here. And I'm going to see if I can get this turning edge kind of wrinkles on the sports bra here. There we go, a little something, maybe a little too much, too dark. Okay. Okay, and then do a little curve here. Okay, we're just implying the waistband, trying to simplify it here. And okay, and we'll do this. Kind of trying to get the rib cage implied right there. Okay, I'm trying to pull out a highlight here. Same thing there. Trying to pull out a highlight on this shoulder blade. All right, can I add some depth to this shadow over here? Okay, trying to get a little bit of a kind of a cast shadow right there. Might need to pull that back out. All right, let's try another similar seated pose And let's just simplify it a little bit more. Okay, so we've got kind of a, triangle, we've got our bean shape here. Okay, leading to kind of rib cage up here. This is leading to the pelvis. Okay, and we're going to just try to simplify these shapes using the shape of the sports bra here to kind of tell me. Okay, this is our spine. All right, so this is leading to there. We've got, you can see actually kind of the muscles above the hips coming up to help us see this shape. All right, so we've got kind of a sports bra here, okay, leading down to what would normally be like this, but we have the pants on, so okay, and then we can imply that with just a little bit of a tone there, and this leads to this shape. Okay, and so what I'm trying to do is I try to guess a little big and then I can work my way back. So in this case, we've got the arm here. Okay, a little elbow shape here. And this one. Okay, I did what I call a nestle and drag. I'm trying to communicate that what I'm about to put here is further back than this. So okay. Okay. Once again, using negative space or drawing shadows for the straps. Okay. Okay. All right, so we got some of these shapes looking semi-correct. All right, so now we do have a shadow off of the spine here that can communicate some three-dimensionality here. And we do have a shadow there. Okay, a lot of times I'm doing these kind of turning edge shadows and highlights really so that I can build up the three-dimensionality of the form, right? Rather than drawing all the muscles, I'm trying to draw the shadows being caused by the muscles, okay? Okay. Okay, now I'm going to try to get a little bit of the shape here so that this will look a little more round. And you don't have to do all this extra wrinkles, but it's something I like to do. Okay, and then to make this kind of jump out, I'm going to emphasize the ground here. Let's get a little more of the spine. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Hope you had fun. I know it was fun for me. Be sure to check out other videos. Check out my website, alexfournierart.com, and we'll see you next time.